Hi there,
That's my
Hi.
sister.
Callista.
Hi,
Can
Suze.
you,
Happy birthday from Texas.
thank you. How are you? Are you,
I'm doing
are you,
great.
are you floating away yet?
Not yet. I keep hanging on down here. The hurricanes keep missing me.
Oh, that's
Sue Royal.
Yep. She knows everything.
Yep. Sue Royal.
As we wait, if some of you want to say, we're just going to wait a couple more minutes. So if you want to say something to Suze real quick, you certainly can.
Hi, Suze. This is Judy Clark. As you, I knew you.
Yep.
1993.
How are you?
I'm good. Living
Good.
out near Seattle.
You what?
I live out near Seattle now.
Near Seattle.
Oh, you're not at where you were before in Federal?
In Federal Way, yeah. It's just about 40 miles from Seattle.
Yeah, but aren't you still on the lake front?
Yeah, it's Puget Sound.
Yeah. Okay.
It's part of the Sound. We're right now. I'm up in my office, but we have it's the front yard in the front yard.
Yeah, because I've been there once before.
Yeah, visited.
Yeah.
Same place.
Hi, Judy.
Good.
Hi, Suze.
Hi, Jill.
Happy
Oh.
birthday, Suze.
Thank you. I don't see you, but that's okay.
Jill Hogan.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
All right. Ah, so you can't see me,
There we
Suze.
go. There we go.
Hi. Hi.
This technology is great when it works. It's frustrating when it doesn't.
Tell me about it. Oh, there's M.
Hi, Miss M.
Hi, Suze. I
I
won't be staying long. I have to go to the barn and feed the horses.
That sounds familiar.
Well, well, you know, I couldn't ride Blue anymore, so I bought a second horse. Am I crazy or what?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Julie Kaplan.
Hi, Julie Cackler.
Hello.
How are you doing?
We are hanging in there.
Yeah. Are your kids doing okay?
They're doing really well and they're both healthy. So that's the best we can hope for right now. They're going to school. So
So that's good, huh? Okay, now, who am I looking at now?
Moose.
Question.
It should say at the bottom of the screen.
Hi, Suze.
Hi.
Moose was there. Robin.
It's
Oh,
Moose.
Moose was there?
Yeah,
I'm here.
Okay. We're having trouble because I can't see everybody. And when I look at myself, I'm flickering. So I don't know if you can see me or not.
I can see you.
can see you.
And I haven't changed much since you last saw me, so.
Oh, yeah, you have. Those glasses make you look different.
Oh, that's true. That's true. How you doing?
Doing okay.
Good. Good. We just had the whole family together for Bobby's oldest wedding, so we just had everybody together.
Good.
Okay.
Good. Dee Dee, do you want me just to go ahead and start even though you won't be able to see the things that we were going to show?
Well, we can see you. So you can go ahead and show this stuff. Okay. Yes, let's go ahead and get started. But I've got a couple of instructions. If you want to, as some of you know Zoom, and I said this earlier, there are two views generally in a Zoom call. In the upper right-hand side of the black part of your screen, you should, if you put your mouse up there, you should be able to choose from a speaker view and then the Brady Bunch view. It doesn't say Brady Bunch, I don't know, gallery view, I think it says. But so you can, if you
Oh,
want,
now you lost her.
while Suze is talking,
She's
you can,
Flickering now. Dee Dee, you can't hear me, can you?
yes, we can hear you.
Can't tell him, can't hear her.
And we can see you.
We can't hear you.
Oh.
Cool. That's- So Suze,
I can hear both of you.
so if you want to put some questions in the chat, we will get to the chat as we go. Suze is, I don't know why she muted herself. Unmute. Lori, it's unmute. Suze is muted.
Unmute.
There we go.
Dee Dee, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you
That's
hear
what
me?
I thought. Nobody can hear me now.
Yes.
she can hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can all
She can
hear
hear
me.
you.
We can all, everybody
can't
give a
hear
thumbs
you.
up. We
What
can
the
hear
hell?
you.
I hear you, Suze.
We can hear
I'm
you.
glad you can see all that.
Okay,
So Lori, go ahead and have Suze talk.
oh. But Suze is not able to see any of that.
Can
Okay,
Suze,
what
go-
we have going on the TV is not the same thing that's happening on the computer.
We have Dee Dee regularly sitting talking. We can't hear her, but we can see a regular picture of Dee Dee.
Yes,
Okay.
Carolyn, thank you.
Oh.
Go ahead and
Can
talk.
can she go ahead and start talking, Dee Dee? Okay,
Yes.
go ahead and just do your thing.
Okay.
Hey, Steph.
I noticed some of you might not know what I've been doing since 2005 when I retired. So here's an update, including what I've been doing lately. In 2005, I retired as executive director of Camp Fire and camp director of Camp Annisha. In 2007, I went to Ohio to direct Camp Wyandotte. In 2007, National Campfire asked me to spend a year in Georgia, which included directing Camp Toccoa in 2008. In 2008, after leaving Georgia, I received a call from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, to help with Camp Pataga. I directed Camp Pataga in 2009. I was beginning to have more and more back problems with my spine collapsing. My last summer at Pataga was 2012. I started writing the Haniship Memories, and Dee Dee Gass and I already sorted the material by decades. In 2013, I found a surgeon at the University of Minnesota who fused my back from T3 to the sacrum, which allowed my back to be again. I was free to do anything I had done before, which I did. I finished writing the memories book and had it printed. Do I show the
Sure.
book?
They can
Okay.
see it.
Okay. This is the front of the memories book that we wrote. And then I began to fall, and in 2014, I fell several times and then fell and could not feel anything from my chest down. I went back to the surgeon, and he double fused me from T1 to T6. My spine was crushed and not severed, so I went to rehab at the University of Minnesota for 5 weeks. I came home in a power wheelchair with Carolyn Hudgens doing my care. This started a new and challenging life. I did some more therapy at Unity Point in Des Moines, and since my spine was crushed, they did not know how much I would gain back. The therapy was great. I remember the morning I could move my big toe. With the therapy, I was able to learn to stand, transfer from the bed to my chair, walk with a walker with Carolyn and my chair right behind me. I began to participate with other disability people, United Spine Cord Association, and a disability group. The association was able to provide many opportunities to meet others, bowling, eat, and greet, social times, a day of recreation at Camp Sunnyside, and then with the Adapted Sports, Iowa, I was able to go downhill skiing at Seven Oaks once a year. The disability group was meeting monthly until the virus came upon all of us, and now we do a virtual meeting once a month. What I did before the virus is I've always done photography, so enrolled in a lot of classes. It was fun to meet others with similar interests. Then the person teaching the class began to teach them in a basement where I did not have access.
That's Russia. Look up. It's Russia.
Hi, Russia. I do post some pictures on Facebook. I have thousands of pictures, mostly of birds, but have some going back some years at camp when I was traveling to different countries to recruit counselors. I also belong to the Ames Camera Club, which was meeting at the Ames Library until the virus. I've also learned some new skills when I learned to map pictures. I made some cards with many of the pictures and have tried to sell some of them.
You can let me know if I've got
You want to show the
whittling?
no,
Oh, the cards.
cards?
Okay. Do I show the card? Do I see the cards? I can't see it. Oh, I can.
I see the cards.
Okay.
See the cards.
I also belong to the Ames
Nice.
Audubon Club, which met monthly until the virus. Whittling is consuming most of my time, especially with the virus. I am home here most of the time. I've been teaching Hanasha campers whittling for several years. Camp brings the kids to me along with one counselor, and we work in my garage. We set up tables, and I now have 5 honors. Used to be 1 a year, but now some kids come more than 1 week. I will show you a few of the things I have carved.
Can we see it all?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We can't tell if you can see it. Somebody tell me, can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
You can see the
Oh,
whittling
yeah.
rod. Yes.
Yes.
They see it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, my sister said yes. Okay.
Then I wanted to do some relief carving. So I found a person living south of Ogden who was willing to teach me. My first project was a heron. And I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
Is it in focus and so forth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then the person teaching me did a lot of the work, including some of the painting. So being stubborn, I enlarged the design and I'm carving it. It's not finished, but obviously I'm trying to learn to paint. And I have the bird yet to paint so you can see it. I did not know
Excellent.
anything about mixing paint or how to paint anything, so I ordered a DVD on painting. I find it pretty frustrating. I have several books on it, but none seems to help much. I will continue to work on that when winter comes. One level I have kids do is wood burning, so I'm learning more about it. Again, I did not know a lot about it, so ordered some books that are helping me. So here's a picture of a wood burning one that I did. Is that good?
Nice work.
Yes.
I also volunteer with RSVP in Boone to do Pen Pal program. Last year I had one boy at Boone Trinity Lutheran and one boy at Ogden, both 5th graders. This year I just submitted my list of interests and we'll have one at Trinity Lutheran. We've not heard about Ogden yet. The virus is causing a few difficulties. When the virus hit Hannisha, we did not do a summer camp. However, 2 families came to Hannisha and requested whittling, so I taught them. One family, Miss Jimmy's family, lives in Boone, so they've continued with more whittling. Fun times. I pretty much have been homebound since the virus came. However, you can tell I have enough to keep me busy. I want to hear what all of you are doing. Also, email me at suswohelo.com.
At hotmail.com. Susan Hilo at
Oh, at hotmail.com. Yeah, right. Okay.
All right, thank you, Suze.
I can't hear anything from them.
So
We're not hearing anything on this end. I'm not quite sure what we need to do.
Carolyn, can you hear us? They've got 2 computers going.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Lori has a picture. She can see them.
Can you send her a
Did
chat?
you see the
Dee Dee?
different people?
Mhm.
You need to
I can just
unmute.
see one person. Okay, I am going to try and disconnect the camera.
Okay.
And
So what we thought we'd do, I'm sorry we're having these technical difficulties. It could be the Boone area bad remote stuff, but it's not going to do a lot of good to have you guys tell her things if she can't hear them. So what our plan was to have some of you be able to talk to her about different things, and earlier she could hear you. So I'm not sure. Joanne and Jim, are you on here? Welch? We were going to start with family. If we could have, how about if we have most people, if you know how to, on the bottom left-hand side, to mute yourself, unless you're the one that's going to be talking. And most of you are doing that. That's good. And that could help the bandwidth. It's hard to know if, well, the picture probably is more of it, but we want to see your pictures. I see Joanne. Can you talk? Joanne Welch, are you there? Okay. How about DeWitt? Are you on here? Cousin DeWitt? Okay. How about Judy Turpin? Well, you just muted yourself, Judy. Unmute. I'm going to mute myself and call them on my cell phone. Technical difficulties.
Okay. Okay, now I'm unmuted.
There you go.
There I go. You had to allow it. Hi, Suze. I remember when I first met you, and it was in 1953 at Hannisha. Remember when we pitched a tent in front of the leader's teepee? My sister Jane was your counselor. That was fair number of years ago. I do remember now that you remind me that the time when you were out in this part of the country and came down to see us, and yes, we are still in the same place. I don't get back to Iowa very much anymore, but sometimes up to Minnesota, but this year, not much leaving the yard. So I'm hoping that that won't last forever. So happy birthday. You haven't caught up with me in age yet, though. Okay?
All right, good news. She heard all of that, Judy, and she had you on screen. So when they worked on that, so that was good. So I was going to go to our Russian friends next. We have some of our Russian international staff on the line. Girls, are you there? You were there. Did you go away? We saw you once. Irina, Raisa. Okay, more technical difficulties. We'll make this work. How about Joanne and Jim Welch? Are you on here yet? Okay. How about, well, we'll just go with who wants to talk? Raise your hand. Susan, do you want to talk? Susan Hofert, I see you. Unmute yourself. There you go.
Dee Dee, they're having trouble answering you because we're getting the message that you have to give them permission to unmute.
Thank you.
So try somebody again and see if they can get in then.
Okay, Irina, I just
Yes, now we can hear you. Yeah.
There.
So here is Raisa and me. We're so happy to see you all.
Hi. We prepared some stuff. You can see, yeah, Irina.
Yeah,
We had something special. Hello. Do you remember your present for me? For me, it's your present, Didi. And we have Russian. Yes. Hello from Russia.
This is some glimpses of our town where we live. It's only black and white picture, but still. We are located on the Volga River. So.
Cheboksary. Oh, Cheboksary.
This is like now. And also has a genius idea, and she has prepared all of this. And she also.
Can you see?
Oh! Suze, you have a Russian birthday cake.
Yes, for Suze.
Dee Dee, Suze wants you to unmute her.
Oh. Thank you.
That's okay.
So she should be able to unmute now.
That was very good.
Yep, there we go.
My Russian friends, that was very good.
And also Hanish book.
My son reads this book very much. He likes to read every day.
all the way to Russia.
Yes.
That's good.
One of our favorite books to read.
And we also remember Hanish songs we sing sometimes.
Yes.
And we also informed the other Russian staff guys, Mr. Oleg, maybe you remember, and
Yes.
Mr. Sasha.
Yes.
So now we have babies, and the babies are asleep. That's why they could not make noise, and they were not able to join us.
Yes. Well, it's a little different.
But they said they will email you for sure, and so we're here in person, and we would like to wish you all the best that the life can offer you, the happiness, joy, celebration, and we remember you always. We're so grateful to you for the time that we spent with you in Hanusha. This is the greatest, the sweetest memories that we have, and we really connected.
Yeah, I remember going over to Russia and showing people all around the Kremlin because I knew it better than the Russian kids did. So that was pretty fun.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Thank you, Arena. Thank you, Raisa. It's great.
you. Bye bye.
Great to see.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right. So who would like to talk next? Raise your hand. Either on the screen or on the computer. I'll see if I can find you. And I think I have to unmute you. Magoo, did you raise your hand? Yeah. Okay. I should be. Go ahead.
Hi, Suze. How are you?
Hi. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
I can see you now.
How are you? It's wonderful to see you. Happy 80th birthday. I've known you since, well, I was knee-high. I remember my first time at Hannah Shaw, and I'm just blessed to have people like you in my life, and it's made me into the person I am. So thank you. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, and I would love to chat more, but I don't want to take up all the time. I know we have a lot of people who want to speak, and bless you on your 80th birthday. So I will let them fall in line and say happy birthday.
It's good to see you. You look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Evan and Andy are on there somewhere.
Okay, raise your hand if you would like to speak, and I will unmute you. Oh, Jeannie, I see you.
Hi, Suze. It's Jeannie Muller-Riley. Used to be camp director at Camp Courageous.
Yeah, that's right. And I just got a birthday card from you too. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm glad that you were able to go on such a long trip when you retired.
Oh, we were lucky. I retired in May of 2019, and my husband and I went on a big road trip. It was cut short because of COVID, but we got 10 months in. So a lot of tent camping, went up to Alaska, was down in Texas, so we were lucky.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we met in the early 80s when I first started at Camp Courageous. And I remember thinking, oh, I think you can make camping a career, a lifetime career, which is what I wanted to do. And then I met you and thought, oh, look at all the things you're doing. And that's exactly what I did. And so you were a bit of a role model. And I remember when you came to Camp Courageous to do an ACA visit, and it was fun, and you were so pleasant, and it went so well. And I thought, I think I could do that. And so I was a visitor for years and years, and we even visited together a few times. So I have a lot of fond memories as a colleague.
Well, and I remember, especially now that I'm in a wheelchair, watching those kids do the ropes course with their wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
So it means a lot more to me now than it even did then.
I understand. Absolutely.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's been a fun time that we had for many years. And you were lucky because Charlie was such a good ED.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's an amazing fundraiser. Absolutely. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you, Jeannie. Let's move on to Jolene. Jolene, and you have a special person at your house.
Actually, I'm at his, but yes. I was just a camp. I have lots of fun, but my dad was actually here about a scandal of 1955.
Yes, you recall, Suze, that there was a handyman for the camp, Mr. Ev, and
yes,
he and him who occupied Contipo, of all things. Oh, of course we married them.
I remember that well. I remember both you and your wife. And it seems like I've known you for a long, long time. And I know Dee Dee went to Simpson, where you taught religion there. Wasn't it religion that you taught?
I lived it. I did
What'd you teach? What'd you teach?
sociology, anthropology, criminal justice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I remember that really well, too. So, and yes, that was a scandal about Contipo. Too many people visiting up there.
There were a number of parents whose eyes kind of went open when the kids told them who was up there.
Yeah, I bet. In those days, especially.
Yeah. Of course, I think women were missed at Camp Handishaw.
Yeah, there weren't many men around in those days.
And not many married ladies on staff.
Yeah, that's right. It was fun.
I still say that I literally would not exist if it weren't for Camp Hannah bringing my parents together. So thank you for all the years that you kept Hannisha thriving.
Yep, that's right. Because your mother was from Western Iowa. Whereabouts?
Florin.
South. Where?
Florin.
Yeah, right. I knew it was south or west. And so I remember that from when I was I don't know, camper or counselor, one or the other.
I believe Mom said she was a camper.
Yeah. Well,
the original team went way back.
What year were you on staff, Ev?
Well, I was on the Matigwa staff for 1952 and somehow got acquainted with a campfire staff member on the way to Boone Dairy, was it? And or Boyd's Dairy, Boyd.
Boyd's
Dairy. We're not with a milkshake on our way to Matigwa. So we had to reconcile that. We became a couple.
That's a good story.
Some of those stories didn't make it into the memories book, Suze.
Hey, that's right. A friend of mine in Minnesota always said, now you need to write an addition to it, but tell the real stories of what went on. Well, no, I don't think we'll do that.
Those friends are on here. Lori and Sandy, do you want to respond to that?
Sure. Hi, Susan. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Hi, you guys. Hi, Mary. Thank you. For
Hi. We had to take a break from our projects to come in and wish you happy birthday. We have 4 inches of snow on the ground. But as far as your memories, we were just chatting between ourselves. I think it was your 50th birthday when I was wearing a bluebird suit and was at some kind of a conference between the Iowa Council and Minnesota's councils. And I got to play my guitar in the bird suit and wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember that really well.
Yeah. And from there, we continued to be partners in crime at all those Reader's Digest seminar things where we would shoot candy wrappers at that woman.
That's right.
You know who I'm talking about.
When we get bored with the conference, then I take the wrappers from the candy and make a ramp and squirt it through the air. Which
yeah, but
was,
who was the lady we shot him at?
Oh,
she never noticed.
dear.
She never noticed. She was from another council down south, I think, but she never noticed. And
yeah,
we
she
managed
had,
to get in trouble together.
She had earrings that
Yeah,
didn't
and they didn't
match.
They were both pearl earrings. They just weren't the same pearl earrings. And she was a very nice lady. She was just kind of clueless.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And for years, we've gotten into trouble together doing Boundary Waters trips and a variety of things. Lori Smith has gone with us a couple times. Yeah, we managed to get into trouble every fall, and thank heavens your staff at Hannesha were on my team, because I would call ahead and say, now make sure Suze gets out of camp because we've got an entry date for the B-Dub, and Maggie would make sure you got in that car and headed north.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of great memories, that's for sure.
We sure do. We
Yeah.
sure do.
I don't know if you can see behind us, Suze. Actually, it's your eagle that sits behind us in the
A picture
a
right
picture
behind
right
Sandy's
behind
head.
right behind my head there. That's your. Oh.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
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 We had
That
the guy
was
pull
one.
it up and-
That was one I took while sitting in a canoe.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the eagle was in a tree right above us.
Yes.
Lake
And,
Free.
and Larry was paddling the canoe so I could take the picture.
Yeah.
He had to make the canoe real still so it would be in focus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have managed to get in lots of trouble together. Not too deep a trouble, but yeah.
Good trouble.
So Patty,
Right.
nice to chat with you.
Yeah.
Good to see all of the rest of you, Dee Dee, et cetera, Smith, all of you.
Hi, oh, thanks Lori and Sandy and Mary. Okay, again, if you would like to speak in the next few minutes, raise your hand, either virtually or there is a way that you can raise your hand on the screen also. And Callista, I see you. So why don't you go ahead next?
Hi, Callista.
Hi, Suze.
How are you?
I said happy birthday. Good. I know I said happy birthday when I first came around, but I forgot to tell you one thing, and that is there's a big happy birthday for my daughter Brenda. She was a camper at Hannesha as well, and she's carrying on the torch of camping. She took her week-long vacation, even in COVID, to go tent camping here in Texas. She's out in Big Bend teaching her new husband how to camp.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I wish.
So it'll be interesting to hear the stories when they come back, at least, you know.
I wish you lived a little closer, and all you're going to do is move farther away if you move to Albuquerque.
Yeah, I know. But sometimes we just have to go where the kids are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Albuquerque is pretty brown, and
yes.
I think
I'm such a tree freak from being a camper in Hannesha. And one thing stuck in my mind from the time I was a little bitty kid, and I was a bluebird there, and in Oasis Valley, I just couldn't wait to get to Hannesha and sit on the bench around the shagbark hickory tree waiting my turn to go do the swim test and all the rest. I thought that was the neatest tree I'd ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah, and you know, that tree went down in a storm, and the top of it ended up on the porch of Jen's place, where Miss Jen lived. It went that far.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it went a long ways. So that was kind of sad, but we left the bench around a stump. So everybody still used the bench, even though there was not the shagbark hickory tree.
Thank you, Callista. We need to keep moving on if we're
Thank you.
a chance. So Sarah Hogan.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi, Sarah. Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, I looked through the gallery of all the people that are on there, and we know a bunch of the people that are on. Bob and Rusty and Moose and Scott and T. My sister Jill, who you share a birthday with. Is
Yes, I
on.
do. Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
Yep. And
We had,
and Sunny and all kinds of people from the years that I was there. So
yeah. Well,
Yep.
and that,
remember when
Ye-
I was there, we had all those, the new thing was the CB radios when I was young. And I
Yes.
remember testing those out, and I'd stand in Oasa Valley and try to use that down to the Nature Nook or the old trading post. And people would say, well, we can't hear you over the CB, but we can hear you raising your teacher voice from Oasa Valley.
yeah, that was about right.
And then
Yeah.
I was also there this summer. I think every Sunday we went down in the basement because of storms, and we had
Yes,
parents
yes.
and kids scattered all over, and we were, trying to figure out where everyone was.
There was
Yeah.
the summer that it was every Sunday, and then there was the summer it was every party night that we had a storm. So I don't know which was worse. Probably Sunday.
I remember the time that the water came in through the electric outlet in the basement. And so we had to get everybody upstairs after that. I don't remember when that was, but that, what?
93.
Oh, 93. Oh, well, that was a flood year. So, yeah, but the water was, we had everybody in the basement, and then the water started coming in through the electric outlet. So then we put everybody back upstairs. It was crazy.
Well, happy birthday. I'll sign off so other people can wish you happy birthday.
It's good to see you, Sarah. Tell Randy hi. Tell Randy hi.
I will.
Okay.
Pat
Okay.
Mulvey, you're next. I see your hand. Miss Bo.
Well, happy birthday, Ruth.
Thank you.
80? I hope I make it to 80. Well, I'm up north. I'm not in the desert today. We're up at our cabin, so we actually have trees. You were talking about how brown Albuquerque is. You just got to kind of get used to the brown. It becomes a new shade of green for us. It was so good to see you. I haven't heard your voice in a very long time, and I enjoyed your synopsis of what you've been doing in the last few weeks. We've been living at the cabin, so we don't have to deal with COVID.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, but it's starting to get cold up here, so we'll be going back home probably this weekend sometime. So.
And what is cold for you?
Well, it's like 75 here up north, but.
Yeah, right.
We were in the 40s last night, so we thought that was cold.
Yeah, I know. You really adjusted down there, so you've forgotten what cold really is.
Yeah, I do make it to Iowa a lot, so yeah, I still get my little shot of cold to go visit family. So
Yeah.
I try and get in and out fast in the winter.
It's good to see you, Mo.
Good to see you too, and all those people that I know on here. Hello from Arizona.
Yeah. Now, when you're up north, you'll have to come visit.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
hold you.
I want to see some hands. Who else would like to talk? Okay, Susan and Mark Hoford, I see you.
Hello.
Hi, how are you guys?
Happy birthday, Sue.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Oh, Mark, I just appreciate you so much. And Susan, we had about 15 to 20 monarchs that we let loose this year. And every time I get a caterpillar, I think of you because you were the one that taught us how to raise them into a monarch and let them go. How fun that is.
Oh, I just love it that I could teach you and you could pass that on. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Tennessee.
Take care of yourself.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
It's good.
This is Dixie and Bob rushing.
We're gonna
Dixie
go.
and Bob.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Dixie and Bob, you keep going in and out. Do you want to talk before you go back out again?
Are you there?
Can you hear us?
We hear
I can't.
you. We don't
Okay.
see you.
I know we come back, but we love listening to everyone.
Hey, Suze,
Yeah.
I can build a
Yes.
covered wagon, but I'm not good at this computer stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Well, happy birthday to you since
Happy
we're
birthday
twins.
Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah, since we're twins.
Yes, we are. But you're better looking, but it's all right.
I appreciated everything you did, Bob. It was a great ride with you
It was.
because
Yeah.
all of the things that you did for camp were amazing. As chairman of the outdoor committee, everything that we did.
We had enough nerve to bring the boys to camp, remember?
Yeah, that's right. And Dixie is such a hoot because we just enjoyed her so much. She was such a good leader and did so much for Camp Fire.
Yeah, he just mentioned the other day how I put all that pudding on the ceiling in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Every time he has to bring that up every time he sees a Hobart truck.
That was so funny. You did it on the high speed and the pudding went up on the ceiling of the kitchen. Oh my gosh. That was in Miles.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That went back before 1979. I don't remember what year it was, but oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I never laughed so hard.
I'm glad.
Me too. Well, you have certainly been a big part in our life.
Yeah, we have a lot of great memories.
Well, you
Bob,
Go ahead.
Bob, I always appreciated the remodel job that we did at the house by the pool.
Yeah.
I think that was the best remodel job I think I ever remember us doing at camp.
That turned out great. That was very functional.
Yep, it was great. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you take care. And Dee Dee, thanks for doing this.
Oh, it's great. This is fun. Joanne and Jim, I think I see you again. You guys have come in and out several times. Go ahead and talk.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Stu. Hey, this is your brother, the guy you grew up with on 504 Cherry Street for many, many years.
Oh yeah, we had a great time growing up in that house.
Yeah.
Hi, Susan. Happy birthday.
Hi, Joanne. I'm so glad that you're doing the things you're doing in Waterloo and also taking care of those grandkids down there in Ohio.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since March, so it's been a while.
Yep. But you have to tell them hi.
We'll do that. We've enjoyed listening to the people and seeing the people giving their best wishes to you. So we'll let some more people call in if that's okay.
And we hope to
Oh
see
yeah.
you sometime.
We'll try and get down next week sometime. Pick a nice day and we'll come down and visit for a little bit.
Okay, that sounds good. I think we have a lot of great memories of being at camp on Thanksgiving. And that was very special to me and to the rest of the family.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot, and those were some of the greatest memories we've had. So thanks to you.
I remember trying to get 4 and 5 turkeys inside those ovens at camp in order to be able to feed everybody, because sometimes we had as many as 40 people.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
It was wonderful. We miss that.
we miss those days. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, great memories.
you bet.
Thank you. All right, who's next? Raise your hand. Evan, is that you with your hand up? Yes, go ahead and unmute.
Suze, this is Evan. I'll be real brief, but it's just been a pleasure getting to know you over the past few years in the disability group, and thanks for being a part of it. You inspire me to learn more and always be looking out for things outside. So thank you.
Oh, Evan, I have appreciated you so much because I think we all get depressed being in these wheelchairs all the time. And you've always been an inspiration to me because you do really well. And you have more problems with getting around and doing stuff than I do. So I just appreciate knowing you and for you getting the disability group together so we could have a meeting each month of something that was fitting for the disability people that attended.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it takes all of us. I appreciate it. It's a good group.
Yeah, right.
Winter beard.
When did Evan start growing a beard?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Okay.
It's going for the winter now until February, March now.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Tuesday we do another meeting
Tuesday
with this same kind of great technology. Ha ha. So I'll see you Tuesday.
You then.
Thank you. Lori Smith, I see your hand. Unmute yourself.
Oh, that isn't. Where's Lori Smith?
We don't have Lori Smith on the picture yet.
Oh, it's because she can't unmute herself.
There we go. There we go. So, can you hear me, Sue?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So it's kind of fun seeing all these people here, and many of them are much younger than me, and some are a few years older than me. But I think about you all the time. Whenever I listen to the CD from the Memories book, especially, I put it on in my car and play it really loud while I'm going down the highway. Of course, I haven't been anywhere for 9 months now. But I think about this, Pat Moberly, where'd she go? She's there somewhere. Sarah and I were junior apprentices in 73, and I believe you were the leader then of that group. And then, there she is. And it was just a great group. And Dee Dee was in that group. Yep.
Yes, I was.
Janice and Jeannie were going to come today, but I don't know what happened to them. We were going to come and visit you this summer because we were having our 45th year class reunion, but it didn't happen for obvious reasons. So maybe next summer we'll get down to see you. I think about camp a lot. It was just there.
Yeah, and your campfire leader was Betty Bird.
Yep.
And Betty Bird lived in Earlham when I was a baby or a young one, and she babysat for me. So we always had that connection. And so your group was always special because I knew Betty Bird. Betty Stanley in those days, but she married that Bird guy, so then that's how I knew her. And Jim, I don't think you were born yet when that all happened. Betty lived down the alley, and we lived in West Boone. I mean, West Earlham. West Earlham. We lived in West Earlham.
I vaguely remember Betty Stanley.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
She was babysitting for me, and my dad did taxidermy stuff, and he had a rattler, rattlesnake, because Madison County has a lot of them. So he taxidermied a snake and had it coiled up on the buffet. And Betty said, I'm not going to babysit there if you don't get rid of that rattlesnake. So Dad had to get rid of the rattlesnake, even though it wasn't a live one. Oh, that was quite a story.
Oh.
Well, happy birthday, Susan. I hope you have many more. And we'll get up to see you this summer.
Thank you for conducting the songs so we could make that CD. You were responsible for making that group of song leaders go the direction they needed to go to make that CD. That was amazing.
Kind of like herding cats, you know, but.
Yeah, well, we couldn't have done it without you. You were spectacular.
Thanks.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
I'm going to start calling on people. So all of you come up with something. Scott Selecta, and Daisy, I'm going to come to you after Scott.
Okay, I'm going to go next. Hey, Suze.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
I am doing great. Okay.
Where are you? In the Ledges?
I'm here in the Ledges Park, yes.
That's what I thought.
Really good reception down here. I don't know what your problem is.
I don't know. You need to come up the hill and help us.
I've got the aluminum hat on today. What I want to say to you is thank you for being a risk taker, and all that you've done. You've always been a risk taker. Like you hired me, which I think is a big risk. And then you let me work there. And then you didn't fire me. I mean, I can see many chapters probably in that book of things not to write about.
That's true.
I know. Yeah, that's why I know that part. Next thing, and then you took the risk and hired Trisha, who you might know as Miss Patty, who then became Miss Trisha. So you hired her, and without hiring her, I wouldn't have met her. So that's kind of a risk on my side, I guess. And then what's ironic is Margaret, my oldest daughter, was there at Ledges Park yesterday, just taking her boyfriend around these memories that we as a family, a Hamisha family, have created. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, another risk, I hired my mom for a while to work there. Oh my gosh. So that was a big risk to take also. And then another risk, you let me play that game, that camp game. And I even lost one year and I won one year. So thank you for patronizing me and letting me win once in a while.
Yeah, that get together is really fun. The s'mores, I even got to have one. And
hi, thank you, Carolyn. Let you off the, let you have that. Good. And it's also good to see a lot of my friends, all my Hamisha friends, and my apprentices were there, and Dee Dee's there. And then, another risk. Speaking of Dr. Lanning, you hired all of us Simpson people. That was a big risk. And then Dr. Lanning, you created that Contipo bachelor pad where 3 of us lived together. That was a big risk for Stu to do also. I guess our big tribute is thank you for being a risk taker, continue to be a risk taker, and you've got many years ahead of you.
the thing that, Scott, I think is just hilarious is every time you went to Hamisha Beach, you found a friendship rock. And you collected all of them and saved them and then mailed them to me when you decided to downsize your house. And so I have a whole bag full of friendship rocks in my garage. If anybody wants any, I have all of Scott's.
Sell them. This is an eBay thing, Suze. That could be another project for you. Start selling those. Every 5 pictures, postcards, they get a friendship rock. All right. See you around. I'll stop by sometime.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Love
Take
you.
care.
Yeah.
Love you lots.
Daisy, you were the next one. Weren't you one of Scott's apprentices?
Nope. I was with Dundee and Laurie for
okay.
apprentice. Yeah, but I was in one of his classes in school. So hi, Suze. Happy birthday.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
How are you?
Busy.
Yeah. How are
yeah.
you doing with the twins?
Yeah, the twins are almost 9 months next week, and we are doing awesome. They're napping right now, so I'm like really glad to have a minute to sit down and join your party.
Yeah.
So, no, I just want to say thank you and happy birthday. And without you, I mean, you guided me through all of my jobs my whole life. And now here I am, a camp director at Colloqua. So just really grateful for all the pushes and the angry emails. Why did you take that job and move to Colorado? You should be at camp.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that really well. But the best memories I have of you is you chasing all the boys at camp. Especially the village.
All the boys. Come on, Suze, give me a break.
Well, it was especially one that was a village director, I believe.
Well, I got over it and I moved on, and here I am.
Yeah, now you married a fireman.
Yep.
Is he still a fireman?
No, he is. He works for the railroad, so he is a yard master for Burlington Northern Santa Fe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That railroad goes through Iowa.
Sure does. Yep, he controls all the trains coming in and out of Everett in Washington. So.
Oh, that's quite a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're in camping. I'm glad you're directing a camp, and I'm glad that its tie is with Campfire. So
I am too.
Yay.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can out here.
Yeah, it's good.
Figure out what to do.
It's good to see you. Take care of those 3 boys.
Will do. Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Thanks, Daisy. Beverly Bell, your turn.
Hi, Susan. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thinking, well, one of the gifts that I have is to be able to adapt and just go with whatever. And I have always said that I learned to do that at camp. Because, while you plan something, what you planned it might not work, or the equipment might not work, and so I always had something else in mind to do in case it didn't work. And so that's especially been helpful during COVID and having to change how we do everything. So that's probably one of the best gifts that camp has given me besides leadership skills. So thank you.
Hey, Bev, the church that burned at Gladbrook, was that your old church, or was that a rural church?
It was a rural church.
Okay. We thought of you when it burned because it was Gladbrook.
Okay. Yeah, it was Gladbrook UMC. It was Gladbrook Chapel UMC. It's it's about 10 miles east of Highway 14, east of Highway 14.
Yeah, that's what we figured out. Then I said, no, I think she wasn't at that church. So, but, it triggered right away. Where was Bev Bell? Was she there?
No.
So, lots of great memories. I remember your picture being on the front of the leadership magazine for Campfire.
Yep.
And that was a picture that we took at Hanasha.
when I was up as a child or a youth at Rocco's.
Yeah.
I remember that I was at UNI and I walked into a grade school building and here's this poster with me on it.
Yeah.
That was shocking.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a
I have
nice.
a copy of that poster.
You do have or you don't have?
I think I do.
Yeah. Yeah. You probably do. Your mother would have said it.
Yep. So happy birthday. And I'll get
Thank
up
you.
to you sometime.
Tell your sister hello.
Okay, will do. She's still out in Tacoma
Yeah.
and she's now teaching high school art. So,
Oh, well, the next time she comes back, she can teach me more about painting.
true.
Yeah, because I'm clueless. It's good to see you, Bev.
Bye.
Let's have
Bye.
Kim Harris go next.
Hey, Suze, hello from Utah.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I think it's been, what, 3 years or so since I've seen you?
Yeah, you know, you look more and more like your mother every day.
I know. Isn't that kind of creepy? I guess.
Oh, yeah.
It works like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
You're
came and saw you with one set of our grandkids, our daughter and her family, and we saw you. And on the way back from that trip, my mother, they called and said, Mom's in the hospital. I flew back from Denver. We got as close as we could. I flew back from Denver. And a couple weeks later, my mom died. So it was great to see you and make that summer a little bit better.
Yeah, right.
So,
Well, I see your brother on Facebook often.
Yeah.
So I kind of keep track of the family from that, what he's always posting.
Yeah.
And questions. He asks a million questions always.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he posts. I just like.
yeah, that's right. That's right. He's always asking some question, and I have to answer it because it's always back in the day when you guys were all kids. So those were always the questions that he had.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I get to answer those.
Well, I
So-
wanted to tell you thank you for all your teaching when I was an apprentice and all of that. And that has really helped me throughout my life. As you know, in my church, I haven't done camping the same way some of you others have done, but in my church, we go for a week every summer. And I've had up to 450 people that I was in charge of for that week. And it has, all the time, I'm back to Hannisha. Here's how many you feed. Here's how you do it. Figure this out. And cool songs and all that kind of stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we have a good friend here that actually, David and Sharon Hill, who are Mormons, and they do the camping for a week long, and the camp is just south of us.
Oh,
So
wow.
I kind of keep up on what all you guys are doing as a total organization.
As a group.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
Well, that's
Yep.
great. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
You too.
Thank you, Kim. Let's go on to Moose. Your turn.
Hello again.
Hi, Moose.
I'm trying to remember the first time that I came to camp. I think I was 5 for the summer. Couldn't believe my parents left me. We did this big thing. Our counselor went to brush her teeth, and we all decided that when she got back, we were going to pretend to be homesick. The whole cabin, but like 9 bluebirds. I don't think she ever came back, and it was probably our fault.
Yeah, that's probably right. I remember when we discovered that your voice was normal and natural, and that you had a nickname of Moose. This little 5-year-old kid with a sailor hat on their head that said the word moose across it. I couldn't believe that. I knew your mom and dad, so I should have guessed what you would be like, because you combined those two, and my golly, no wonder you were the way you were.
Yeah, that sailor cap that had moose on the front said robin on the back, but I never wore it with the robin towards the front.
Well, at least you didn't at camp, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because everybody was always shocked when this little 5-year-old started talking and it came out like this.
Yep, I wasn't very big, but and we spent lots of you and Dad's birthdays together when we got to have dad-daughter overnights in the fall. So
Yes.
that was
Yes,
kind of,
and we got to light the candle together.
yes,
Yep.
yes, many years we did that. We always picked the overnight that fell closest to your birthday, and a lot of times it was on your birthday.
Yep, I remember that well.
Yep. Yeah. So have a happy birthday. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. You're looking great.
Thank you, and thanks for everything. I, like everyone else, remember fondly my days at camp, and actually I just taught somebody on Friday how to tie a square knot, so.
That's good. Those skills never leave you.
Exactly.
Thank you,
It's good to
Moose.
see- It's good to see you, Moose.
You too.
We're gonna move on to Sunny.
Hi, Suze.
Hi,
in Lincoln.
Sunny. How are
Sorry,
you?
I'm good. I came in late. I had another commitment, so I got here as quick as I could. I was just thinking about all the things that we all learned at Hanusha, and when the toilet paper strike, or the not strike, but when we were all scrambling for toilet paper. Yes. I taught the people at church, I said, there will be no problem. We'll just teach them the Hanusha way and the end of your finger to your elbow, and we'll be just fine. And but they just thought that was the funniest thing. And the custodian loved it. He was just like, we will save so much money. He wanted to know if he could make signs and put that in all the stalls and all the restaurants. Yeah, lots of good memories. And my time and working with Campfire, and then working in camping, and I go back all the time to Hanusha, and the things that you taught me along the way. I remember one lesson was you can't add things unless you subtract something. So when we talk about new programs, you're always like, you can't add without subtracting, but you never ever subtracted anything. You just always added. So let's add this to program, and let's add this to program. Let's do cross-country skiing, whatever it was like, what are we gonna not do? And you never answered that question. So so I give you thanks, and for many of the staff that I've worked with, they know Hanusha traditions, and they know things that I learned from you and Miss Jen and Miss Jenny Lee. And Campus for the Camper is something that the staff that worked with me at church camp all know. They know that that's how it works, and they repeat that message back to me. When they'd clump, they'd look at me and go, Campus for the Camper, and I'd say, yes, it is. And so they'd unclump and go take care of their kids. So thank you. The only complaint I really have is when I really needed you to give me answers, you never seemed to do that. You always gave me questions. And I would walk away going, you didn't really help, but actually you did. So thank you for the gift of asking me questions. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. It's good to see you, Sunny.
Thank you, Sunny. We're gonna move on to Lisa Helt, somebody I know well.
Well, hi, Lisa. How are you?
Happy birthday, Suze. I'm so excited. Yeah. I just wanted to tell you how much you've meant to, as a role model to so many young, I'm going to say women in particular, but I'm sure boys too, but I sure looked up to you all the time, and you were running everywhere all the time. There goes Miss Suze. There goes Miss Suze. Anyway, you're still out and about doing all that stuff. I loved hearing what you're doing, and we really wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you. I've enjoyed your family a whole lot, and what you've done down there in where are you now? Arizona now?
I'm in Arizona, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So what you've been doing down there is amazing, and I love following what you're about down there. So it's
Well,
really
thank you.
good.
And thank you
Yeah.
for your cards. I love all your pictures of the birds. So you have a
Yeah.
good birthday. I'm going to continue to listen.
Okay, good to see you.
Good seeing you, hon.
Thanks, Lisa. Julie Kackler, your turn.
Hi, thanks, Suze. And I'm going to kind of jump on what other people have said. I'm sitting here thinking about memories, and of course, as a camper, but my first staff memory is on summer staff, and I think I've driven a stick shift exactly 2 times, and you sent me off in your brand new truck with a canoe trailer on it and told me I wasn't going to learn if I didn't try. So I have no idea how many tries it took me to get that down the ramp at the Luther Bridge. But I get it done, and that's a life I haven't forgotten. I didn't kill your truck. But from home, the other thing I just remember is all the road trips on professional staff. And
Oh, yeah.
it was incredible when we went to New Mexico and the ladder search.
Yeah. Yes.
With like 6 people and I think 4 Pueblo ladders by the end of the trip.
And I have one right here in my house. I have 2. One holds quilts, and one holds some of my photography stuff on it yet today. So I think about that just about every day, because my ramp for my wheelchair goes right by the ladder, which I sometimes catch, and it goes crashing down on the ramp. So, you know, I remember well that trip. That was a fun trip. But then we did that a lot of time. We went to everywhere as a group in the van, and other people. I never understood why other councils didn't do that, because we would drive down there and have a good time, talk about all the things we'd been doing, and then after the conference, we processed it on the way home so we could implement whatever you guys found interesting there, and we could implement that when we got home. And had we not had that time to process, we never would have added those things that we learned to do.
Absolutely. And then we slept for 2 days.
Yeah, that's right, because nobody slept on the way home because we were too busy talking about it. I remember you leading all the songs. You were great as the song leader, really great. So that was fun.
Thank you, Julie. Smitty, your turn.
Hi, Miss
Oh.
Suze. Hi, how are
Well,
you?
hi.
Yes,
How are you?
Oh, well, I'm doing well. I have actually retired from everything, it seems like,
Oh.
but I'm in Alabama right now visiting family, and then I'm heading back to Florida here in a couple minutes. But I just wanted to say happy birthday and many more. And thank you so much for letting me be a part of Hanasha in the 80s. I was a cohort of Scots for a couple of years. And when I say cohort, I truly mean that. I probably got into trouble I never would have. but you also helped me grow to the point where I left Iowa and moved on, and I was in Texas for 30 years, and now I'm in Florida looking for the beach. So thank you so much, and hope you have the rest of your day great, and your birthday is what you expect.
Okay, now I know more than one Smitty. So are you
Yeah.
Jane Smith? Are you Jane
I'm-
Smith that was from
I'm
Lone
Jane
Tree?
Smith from Eastern Iowa, yeah, from over by
Lone
Iowa City.
Tree. Lone Tree,
that
wasn't it?
that was me. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm sure if she knew about this, Jeanette Bishop would say happy birthday too, but she's up in northern Iowa somewhere doing speech stuff. Miss J. Scott remembers her, and Dee Dee,
Yeah.
I know you do too. So I haven't kept touch with many others, but I followed you as soon as I could. So, but I do have to go. We got to get back to Florida tonight because the cat's by herself. So thank you for everything, Susan. Happy birthday.
Yep. Thank you very much. I remember you very well.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dee Dee. Thank you.
She went off the camera.
We lost you, Dee Dee.
Got no sound.
Beakery. Beakery, sorry. I didn't unmute myself. Sorry, that was my fault.
Well, it feels like I've just seen you, Suze.
You did, just last night.
That's
Wasn't
what
that
happens
last?
when you live 3 miles as a crow flies from, well, no, it's 3 miles as you drive, probably 1.5 miles as a crow flies.
Yeah, yeah. Lots of great memories, though, of you being the writing director and all the program that you did there and all the campers that went through that program. You did a spectacular job with that.
Yeah, in my very first year on staff, the first question I got as I pulled into the parking lot was, do you want to be in charge of the LCs? And I was like, no, I want to play with the ponies.
Yeah. So what did you do? Did you play with the ponies or did you do LCs?
Oh, I played with the ponies, and that year it was much better to play with the ponies. Because that was the year that I think Miss M came in about halfway through the summer to help with the LCs.
Oh, well, that's good. Miss M was good at writing also, so she probably had suggestions for you to do.
Well, then the next summer, the two of us started working together at the barn.
Yeah, I can't imagine M not having suggestions for what should happen at the riding stable.
Yeah, those were fun because, you know, I hate mornings. I despise mornings. And yet, how many years did I get up at 4? Was I at the barn at 4:30 in the morning to play with those ponies?
Yep, you were there every time that we needed to have it done, which was 5 days a week. Well, no, probably 6 days a week because we had to get ready for the show for the parents.
Absolutely.
When I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and look out the window, I think if we were at camp, Beakery would be at the barn by now.
Yes.
Thank
Being
you.
very unhappy about it, but I would be there.
By the way, Beakery, you should come over and look at what Donald and Nan did in my front yard.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah, well, you should come over so you can see it. It's pretty interesting.
Well, Nan's computer doesn't support Zoom meetings, so she couldn't be here for the meeting.
Well, it says Wohelo, and I was going to ask if she really knew what Wohelo was.
She does now because she asked me what the word was this morning, and I said it's Wohelo for work, health, and love. And she's like, well, now I will always remember it.
Well, that's good because I was going to text her and say, I love the sign, but do you know what Wohelo means? And then I thought, okay, if she asked Beakery, she would get the lowdown.
She did.
That's good. That's good. Well, it's always good to have you as a neighbor, so we can always count on you if we have to have something. Especially now that we have those 2 cats that you were so kind to give us, that the one, monster one, is been a monster since she arrived here.
Thank you, Beakery. Myra, can you unhook? Can you unmute? There we go. Your turn.
Okay. Well, happy birthday, Miss Suze.
Well, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, now, you're the Denver one, right?
Yes, I'm the Denver one.
Yeah, where it snows all the time.
Well,
So-
sometimes. Right now we have lots of fires.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do, don't you? Are they close to you?
Well, there is one brand new fire that started yesterday that is just northwest of Boulder.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
how are you doing out there?
I'm good. I'm staying busy with the girls.
I'll never forget the summer at Hataga when you brought the girl in a stroller, and the kids in the cabin were so excited because the counselor brought along the baby. Oh dear.
Yes. Yes, that was Leah. That was, yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, but it was great. No matter where I was, I could call on you to come help out. So that was always, oh yeah, let's call Myra.
Well, so actually, Leah just asked me today why I love camp so much. We were just on our way home, and I was like, oh my gosh, we can't finish running errands. I forgot about this Zoom call. So she asked me what I love so much about camp, and I told her that it's all about the people and the environment. There's so much, like, you learn so much, and there's so many great people, and my best friends are camp people. So she was, I don't know, my girls have always been hesitant about going to camp, but I hope that they'll all want to go because it's such a big part of your life. Like, you meet so many great people and you learn to do so many things, like things that you wouldn't do otherwise.
That's true. Very true. Very true. I hope your kids all go to camp because it is a good experience for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And I forget, do we have 3 girls?
Four.
Four girls. Yeah.
4, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Thanks, Myra. We've got, thank you all for being on here forever, and we're going to stay on here until everybody who wants to speak can speak. If you have to go, please raise your hand or wave at me. Oh, Susan Bullis, I saw you. So, and Jenna, I saw you, so I'll do you after Susan. So, oh, that was a never mind. Okay, Susan, go ahead.
Hi, alias Sammy, mostly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what I loved everything about camp from being a brat in Oyster Valley that had a fit when my dad, who was on the board, came for a meeting, and I didn't get to see mom and dad very much that day, so I threw a tantrum and went home speeding through the ledges last night with an unhappy parent. Anyway, but then I was so embarrassed to come back the next summer, knowing how bad I'd been. And then I came every summer after and made lifelong friends. But you were such an inspiration. You always, you had so much information in your brain. You seemed to know how to do everything. You knew how to do every kind of skill. And as I went through the apprentice program with you as the leader, I just felt, I felt like you could teach us anything, and we were capable of doing anything because you pushed us to do so many things. And then I came back as the apprentice director when you became the camp director, and you took that job on just like the duck to water. And I came the first day the kids arrived and broke my foot. So remember that? I spent the whole summer on crutches, supervising apprentices up and down Rocco's and Happy Hill and Shady Glade and everywhere. And you let me use your car to drive to the upper ones. So I drove left-footed because of my cast on my right. But it was a scary time for me because I fell asleep before the kids every night. And who knew what they were going to be doing up in the lean-tos. But I made some friends there that we have continued to come back to camp once in a while and stay in touch. And the songs that we get to sing, just because of all of the great memories that we have there, they've been fantastic. But the thing that's really cool is how you continue to just blow me away with all the things you do. You learn how to do everything just because you want to. You're very inspiring. So I want to thank you for that, and just good luck with your art. I'm sure you master everything. Yeah, it is fun.
Oh, I think that's beyond reach. It's good to see you, Sammy.
Yeah, great to see you.
Yep.
And I'll try and bring the Californians and the Utahns and the Idahoans, and we'll come see you again some summer.
Yes, and you guys need to all get together and come back, because I missed you the last time. I don't remember why, but I know that you get together and come back. So I'd love to see all of you.
Well,
so
we will
that would be great. Okay, that'd be great.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Enjoy
Thank you,
your
Sammy.
celebration day.
All right, Cindy Lanham, you have gone in and out. Do you want to go while you're in? You can unmute yourself.
Unmute.
There you go.
There.
Hi.
Okay. Hi. I had to go take care of dogs. So, let them in and out. Where do I start? It was like, had gotten something from Campfire about what did you learn from Campfire, and I was like, I could write a whole book on this. So it started out as a camper in '72, and then always sold enough Campfire candy so that I could go back to camp every single year. Went through the apprentice program, then on staff doing just about everything. So, and I'm still on the payroll for Campfire, still doing babysitting class. So, and I'm revamping it some and putting some of it online, and so it's like, whoa. So learning how to adapt and doing many things. And I was just thinking of everything I've learned at camp, and that my kids have learned at camp, and Renee's been on. I've seen, and my son grew up at camp too. bringing them along when I was doing some of the team building things for the groups that we would have in on school days off, and
Right.
College people coming in or school groups coming in, as well as doing the horses and what haven't I done?
That's about right, because we could throw almost anything to you, and if you'd never done it, we'd never know it, because you'd figure out how to do it and it would go off successfully. So it was always fun to have you. You were very special in everything that you could do, and the fun that you made everybody feel like they belonged to the group.
Good. Glad to
you,
have that.
Cindy. Thank you,
Yep.
Cindy.
Good to see you, Cindy.
Yep, thank you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Linda, would you like to go next? Linda Boyd.
Sure. Happy birthday, Susan. Hope you have many more. It's good to see you looking so well, and I'm interested in hearing any new things you have learned. I started going to Hannisha when I was a Bluebird, and I know my parents, I went by myself, and my parents were worried that I would get homesick, but didn't have time. And I want to thank you, Suze, for all the things that you have done for Campfire, and how, you know, you can think outside of the box and adapt to changes in this world and the way kids are now. Downstairs in, I guess you'd call it a family room or whatever, I have a wall with Campfire memorabilia, and some of it is mine. Some of it I also got from Sandy Nagel's estate sale, and so that makes that extra special. I know my daughter went to camp from Bluebirds on through high school, was an apprentice and a counselor also, and she enjoyed it very much. But anyway, I want to tell you thank you for all that you have done and all the memories that I have of Hannisha. And Dee Dee, thank you for putting this together. Bye.
It's good to see you. Very good. Stop in sometime.
Okay.
I have to say, it's not just me. Lori and Suze and Carolyn and I put this all together. I'm just moderating right now. So we've had a lot of people work on making this happen. So this has been great. And thank you for sticking to it here. We've got a few more that haven't spoken. John, would you like to be next?
Yes. So I'm John Gelhaus from Radcliffe, Iowa. I was a counselor in 1981. So 1981, no other year the same. I have a box of camp things from back there, Friendship Rocks, and I was looking at that a while ago. I had written a journal about every week of camp there. Lots of funny things going on. I know there are some other 1981 people here, like Scott and Dee Dee and Smitty, who was from Lone Tree, and then Cindy. I think you were an apprentice then. Yes. Any other people from 1981? Maybe not. Well, Suze, I really enjoyed the pictures you have on Facebook, those bird pictures of yours. They look so professional. I mean, I really enjoy them. And I know you've put some on wood plaques for fundraisers. So they're very professional. I really enjoy those. One of the things I remember at Hannisha is that when we would go on picnics and bring things along to, for fixing food, we put them in horse buckets. They're the horse feeding buckets. They had the long straps that would go over the horse that they would feed in. And we would pack things in these horse buckets. Do they still use those horse buckets? Whatever happened to the horse buckets?
A lot of them wore out. Some of them, when we had to start doing bleach on cookouts and so forth, some people didn't get the tops of the bleach on tight. So then the bleach would spill and make a hole in the horse bucket. So probably most of them wore out. I don't have one. And we had them hanging in the basement for a long time, and we're still using them for cookouts and everything, clear through my time in 2005. So, and we still called them the horse bucket because that's when we got them as a result of the U.S. government when they downsized their horse program and they weren't using them anymore for a lot of things. Then it became a surplus that people could purchase. And that's how we got horse buckets at camp.
Well, I really appreciate what you did as director there. You made things run so smoothly. I think it was your 11th year of camp, and things just went so well with your expertise. And right now, I'm a substitute teacher doing a long-term sub job in Gilbert. And there's a teacher there, Jeff Barr, and he was a camper at Hannisha for a number of years. And he was talking about you not long ago about how he's the person he is today, he said, because of you, partly. And just really appreciates what you did. So Jeff Barr is quite a guy.
Yeah, that's Mr. Goby.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'll have to remind you.
Yeah, so when you go back to school, you say, hello, Mr. Goby, how are you?
I'll do that. So
he couldn't decide on a name, so I know that O is orange.
Green, orange, blue,
green,
yellow.
Orange, yellow, blue, yellow. That was Goby. That's how he got that name. He couldn't figure out some name to use, so he used those colors for his name. So Mr. Goby was at camp for many years doing a variety of things. So you call him that when you go to school. He'll get a kick out of that.
Yes. One of the things I remember about Hannisha is I was counselor during one of those weeks where we were up at night and we slept during the day. I think it was called like maybe Moonlight Madness, was it called? Or
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
We had a volleyball with a light inside of it. We played at night, and that was very memorable. I'm glad I did that once.
But that's what most people thought.
But I've always enjoyed Hannisha and coming back in the winter one time and getting the Hannisha newsletter where you had the updates about the current and former staff and counselors and a little blurb about what people were up to. I always enjoyed getting those once a year. And so happy birthday coming up in 3 days from now, Suze.
Thank you. Good to talk to you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
Yep.
Pat Crow, how about you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, I wouldn't know where to begin. You know, I never went to Hannisha as a camper except as a big kid, but all three of my girls have been there. I've had grandchildren there. Hopefully I will have some next year if we have camp next year. They wanted to go this year and couldn't. You know, I've been through Big Kids with you. I've been through Young Moms Camp, Kataga. It's just been a whirlwind. Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's good to see you. And you were instrumental in getting Cedar Falls really going with lots of groups. So thank you for doing that, because Cedar Falls actually grew quite a bit, and you were partly responsible for that.
Well, I think we might have had the first boys group too.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. So, yeah, and all of your kids and grandkids, your whole family was a part of Hannisha and Campfire. So it was great.
Thank you, Pat. Jenna, your turn.
Hey, Suze. I'm not gonna.
Hi.
Hi. I'm not gonna take a whole lot of your time because I just got to see you just a couple, 6 weeks ago. So I won't take a whole lot of your time. I will be making you some, as much sugar-free as I can, molasses cookies tomorrow, and Mom will bringing those up next weekend. So
Okay.
those will be my happy present for you.
Okay, now, just to explain that to other people, molasses cookies were always my favorite cookie. Well, if you make them by the recipe with what you're supposed to put in there, it's a little bit too much for a diabetic. So Jenna came up with this deal where she puts them with less sugar in them, and the product is on the shelf for at supermarkets and so forth. So we've told other people about the sugar part of it so they could get it. But I serve molasses cookies to lots of people, and if it's a camp person, they always say, "Oh yes, this tastes just like the molasses cookies at camp." So
If we
I
could only
thank
find,
you.
if we could only find sugar-free actual molasses, then they'd actually be completely sugar-free, but they're good. So you'll get some of those next weekend.
Okay, and I just have to tell you, the dog thinks they're spectacular. It's a great treat.
That's good. I'll make some extras for the dogs.
Well, it's sugar-free, so, after all.
That's right.
Thanks, Jenna. And now we'll go to
you.
Jeanette.
Hi, Sue. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I actually just came home from Missouri from camping with my sister this weekend. So.
Oh, good. Good for you.
Yeah, so Mike is yelling happy birthday to you in the background. So we're good. School's going well. We're 50% hybrid, so got kids every day. That's kind of nice. Life is going well. Can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me and for Janie. And I mean, Janie just worships you. So it's.
Well, I remember when she was at Boone, and we had permission to get her when school days were out. That was after I retired. So we would go to school and pick her up, bring her here to the house, and then wait for you to get off of your teaching or whatever you were doing and come get her. So tell her hi. And where are you? Are you someplace where there's a fireplace? Are you at home?
Well, I'm in my house, yeah.
So do you have?
I have a fireplace right there, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So,
looks great.
So
Good.
yeah, I put the fire because my house was a little chilly, and so. Yep, that was a selling point in my house to have a real fireplace.
Yeah, that's good. That's very nice.
Dearly miss my house up in Boone, but that's okay.
Yeah, yeah. We haven't been by there for a long time.
Well, it's for sale again.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, $25,000 more than I pay, or that they paid me for it, but it's for sale again.
Oh, well.
Okay. That's okay. I like it down here. I spend my summers at Adventureland floating around the lazy river every day. So that's
Oh, well, that's a good way. That's a good way to spend your summer.
I think so.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, and hopefully I can get up there and see you soon. I was going to bring the cookies home, but Jenna said she hadn't made them yet, so you have to wait.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
glad I'm glad you're enjoying teaching. So
Yeah.
keep that going. So
I will. Thank
okay.
you. Fun.
Yeah.
Thank
It's
you,
good to
Jeanette.
see you.
And now going to another teacher, a new maybe new teacher. Renee, is this your first year or second year?
It's my 4th year teaching.
Oh my gosh. How could it be 4th year already?
Renee.
Renee Lanham.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm teaching elementary art in the middle of Kansas now at Central.
Oh.
So
Whereabouts in Kansas?
it's like in a small town, and the school is called Central Plains.
Oh, do you like it there?
Yeah, I like it there a lot.
Good. And you're
Yeah,
teaching
so it's-
art?
Yeah, I teach art for elementary students.
Oh, that's good.
Thanks.
That's what I need. I need a teacher to teach me art.
Yeah, I could teach you how to paint. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear. It's good to see you, and I'm glad you're being a teacher. That's good.
Thank you. It's good to see you too, and happy 80th birthday. I'm so glad for all the fun times I had at camp growing up. That's so fun.
Yeah, and you look more and more like your mom every day.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, it's good. That's a good compliment.
Thanks.
Thank you, Renee. I can't believe you've been a teacher for 4 years. You're still that small child that I knew many, many years ago.
Yeah.
Rick Peak, your turn.
Happy birthday, Suze.
Hey, thank you. Are you still cooking at Wesley Woods?
I'm still working at Wesley Woods. I'm not doing a lot of cooking right now with the whole virus situation. But I've been doing a lot
But you're
of,
still
they're keeping me on. I've been doing a lot of prepping and painting of cabins and buildings, and we're just trying to get the grounds looking nice, so when we start getting people back, we'll be in good shape for them.
Good. Good.
We brought on 6 summer staff this summer and ran a virtual camp program online. So I cooked lunches for staff all summer, and then since the end of July now, we're really not doing any cooking.
That's good. It's good. I'm glad.
We hosted a fall festival drive-through event yesterday, and I cooked some s'mores bars for that. First time I'd been in the kitchen in a couple of months, so it was kind of nice.
Yeah, that would be. I'm glad you're doing that.
I was actually thinking about Hamilton this morning when I saw the snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Just remembering all the mornings, when I would get up at Green's Place and I'd have to come in to work, and all the mornings I would cross the swinging bridge and I'd have to shovel it off on my way across in the morning after a snowfall. And I remember how creaky and noisy that bridge always was when you crossed it.
Yeah, in the wintertime, it really did creak a lot.
But the interesting thing I found was when it was covered in snow, it was silent.
It was what?
Silent. It was silent when it was covered in snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you get that snow shoveled off, it was back to its old noisy self again.
Yep. Yeah. Were you living in Jen's place in those days?
I was living in Jen's place then, yes. So
yeah,
when I would cross over to come work in Clayton Lodge every morning and take a snow shovel and scrape it up a lot.
Yeah, each staff person had a certain area to shovel the snow off of, so we could get the whole camp done pretty fast.
Right.
Thank you, Rick. So thank you all for staying on for so long. It has been 2 hours of joy listening to all these stories. we have 19 people left. I think we had up to 48 at the highest number. We've had people coming and going. How about the 19 of us saying happy birthday to Suze together? It's going to be a mess. I tried to give you all permission to unmute, but we can see how wonderful we sound as 19 people trying to wish Suze her happy 80th birthday. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Suze. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, everybody. That was great. Thank you, everybody.
Dude, that's why choirs don't sing together on Zoom. Because you just can't. So thank you all for joining. We just had a new person join us, Julie Jacobson. So we will, if some of you want to step off, we will let Julie talk to Suze. Thank you all for being part of this. If some of you want to stay on and listen to Julie. Julie, we're just ending this call. We're just ending this call, but we would certainly welcome you to talk to Suze here.
Yeah, I just got the link for it. So
Suze is on here. Go ahead and you can tell her what you want to tell her.
Well, okay. Hi, Suze.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, good. It was
Where
Julie.
are you?
Where am I? In the Boise, Idaho area, not in Hawaii. I need to get rid of this behind me.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, I wish I was on a beach somewhere.
So you're in Boise, Idaho.
Right. Yeah, I just got the notice about this from Sue Royal about 10 minutes ago. So
You were lucky that you got on.
I guess so. But yeah, it's nice to be able to connect once in a while on Facebook with you, Suze. For those, a lot of you don't know me, but I was an apprentice in 68, yeah. And then a counselor the first summer after that, 1969. There's quite an echo here. I keep hearing myself. So.
Yeah, confusing.
I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, so I would have been your apprentice director in 1968.
Yes, you
Yeah.
were. Debbie Ford and Debbie Schiffler Ford and Sue Royal Bullis we were all together. Jane Engeldinger, Miss Ding.
Yep.
She's still in Iowa. I think Marion or else Sue is down in Marion, one or the other.
Susan Marion, but I'm not sure where Ding is right now.
I think in Iowa City, I believe, because she taught at the med school there.
Yeah. Okay.
OBGYN. Yeah. Right now, I'm pretty well retired, and my husband and I are building a house up in the mountains. We just broke ground last week. I would not recommend this to anybody. It is unbelievable difficult process, and it's a lot more expensive building in the mountains, we're discovering, than building, in normal altitudes. Because of the snow up there, your trusses have to be closer together, your walls have to be thicker, your insulation has to be thicker and all of that. So it's a learning
Oh.
experience.
Yeah, but that's okay. When they're done, it'll be great.
We're hoping, yeah. Yeah, we're hoping.
Yeah.
You'll have to fly out and visit us sometime, Sue.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be the end of next year before it's done, though. They don't build it. They won't be building over the winter. We're just putting in a foundation right now.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's good to see you and good to talk to you. And when you guys have your little reunion back here, you need to stop in, all of you.
Well, we would love it. I think we're probably due for another one in 2 or 3 years. 2 years maybe. Not sure what year. But we'll let you know ahead of time. You were out of town somewhere when we had our big 50th reunion 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So you'll just have to stay put for a while. We'll let you know ahead of time.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see your group, and I knew that you had come back here, but somehow I missed you, so.
Yeah, you were somewhere else. I don't remember
Yeah.
where it was.
Okay, well, it's good to,
Good to see you. I had wonderful memories of the camp.
yeah, right. It's good to see you too.
Okay.
Thank you all for joining us. Would anybody else who's still on here like to say something?
Whatever happened to Giggles, the school nurse? I mean, the camp nurse in 1981.
Let's see, Kim Hazlett is her name, and boy, I thought she was in the Navy for some reason.
She was in the Navy and stationed in Camp Pendleton, and then she got out and her husband John got transferred, I think New Orleans. Mom and Dad probably know for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
She sang in our wedding.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just knew that she went to the Navy and was nursed there, I believe, on a ship. Wasn't she nurse on a ship for a while, one of those hospital ships?
Yep, she was on a ship for a while, and then she was stationed at the hospital at Camp Pendleton. Her and John were both stationed there.
Yeah, I think I've heard from her mother often. So yeah, that was my memory. So John, you got all of that information.
Okay, yes, she's a very funny person and very talented and such a great singer and a great counselor to counselors.
If anybody else wants to talk, I can unmute you. So wave your hand or something if you want to say something. Daisy, it's fun to see your little one there. Well, thank you all for joining. I sure appreciate everybody participation in this. And Suze and Lori, why don't you stay on just for a few minutes? And the rest of you, thank you very much and have a great day.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, Suze.
Bye. Good to see everybody.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi. We still have Dixie and Bob are still in here. I'm not sure. Can I kick them out? Put them in the remove. Remove you. Well, it didn't go perfect, but I thought it was great. Suze, are you holding up okay? That was a long time.
Well, yeah, but I had a good time. I had a story about everybody almost. So, I mean, some of them I probably could have talked an hour with. That was pretty funny that I could go back and remember so many stories about most all of the people.
You did a good job of knowing everybody and being able to follow up with your memories. I think that was awesome.
Now that the Zoom group chat, are you able to make a copy of those conversations or
In
can you
between,
print that?
I have no idea. In between all this, I've been trying to figure out if there's some way. Oh, wait, stop. I'm going to